Hello my brothers and sisters in nerdiness, welcome back to the Spider's Web, and in this video we're going to be doing an unboxing. Yes, now you may have noticed that I have my playmat from Cthulhu, the deck building game. It's nothing to do with that, well, it's not to do with the Cthulhu deck building game, it's to do with more Cthulhu stuff, because we have the Cthulhu playing cards, or the Necronomicon playing cards rather, and these are all these are done by the Cthulhu project, and these are a Kickstarter that came earlier today. So these are, as you can see, still sealed up, they still have the wrapping on them, and we're going to take a look at these together. So I'll tell you what, let's pop them to one side and start on these. They are made by the Bicycle Company, and I don't think I've ever had bicycle cards before. Apparently they are really good cards, but I don't play. I don't really play cards. I got these because it's Cthulhu, and why wouldn't you? So you can see we've got this nice background. It's purple and turquoise and black background. Just matches my nails, doesn't it? Yes, I've been today to get my nails done, like pink nails on Crompton Street in Wigan. But by the by, we're focusing on the cards. So let's open them up and have our first look at what is inside. I like this little thing where it's the cut there is a bit longer than the end of the thing. Usually you just get it so that it opens like that, but I do quite like that. It allows me to get my fingers in. Wow. I understand why people use these already, and I've not looked at them properly, but I understand why people use bicycle cards. The friction is very, very negligible. They're not sticking together. I don't need to go like that to stop them sticking together. There is very, very limited friction between the cards, as you can see. Like these a lot. Anyway, so this is, as I said, this is my first experience with bicycle cards. Normally I get the ones that are like laminated and things like that, and it doesn't have the same effect. I wish I could do some cardistry, but I can't. I just don't have the agility in my fingers, but well, never mind. Let's have a look at these now. So this is the Joker, and this is the Joker. So we have two different types of Jokers. Really nice. I like the artwork on these already. So let's start on the actual decks. Oh, hang on. There are a couple of things here that I want to have a look at. So we have this card that shows the back face of the card on both sides. I'm not sure why. There may be a reason. And then we have this. This is like a legend for the suits. So spades are Cthulhu as king, Dagon as queen, and Azathoth as the Joker, as Jack. The diamonds has the king as Hasta, the queen as Knight Gaunt, and Jack as the Migo. The hearts are Nathalotep as the king, Ananda Thing as the queen, and Jack is the Hound of Tindalos. And for the clubs, the king is Yog-Sothoth, the queen is Tathogua, and the Jack is Shub-Niggurath. So that's a nice touch, saying what they actually are. But let us start off and have a good look through these. So as you can see, the spades seems to be all one set design. It's this horned skull. The actual symbol of it, the ace, and this spade in the corners, and the 2 and the spade in the corner, and 3 and everything, seems so sharp, so clear, stands out against the white on the card. I am amazed. So as you can see, the 2 spades in the middle are the same logo as that. So we'll get that on all the spades, I presume. It looks so much like that. Very nice. So we have our first face card, Azathoth, and then Dagon, and then we have Cthulhu. Really nice. So now we go on to the diamonds, which have this design. Again, even the red against the white looks so pin sharp. Actually, beautiful card. These are probably the nicest cards I have in my collection for a standard playing card. I'm not talking about the fancy cards I've got. You know, the black coated ones and they're like non-tearable and waterproof. I'm not talking about them. I'm talking about the standard playing cards that I've got. These are probably the nicest. These are the nicest set I've got in that respect. So there we have all the things, and we start off with the Migor, and then we have the Night Gaunt, and finally we finish off with Hasta, the King in Yellow. And this is one of the Kissing Kings, but it's colloquially known as, because these 2 kings meet in the middle. And this is clubs. And we start off first of all with Yog-Sothoth, and then Tsathoggua, and Shub-Niggurath. And this is the design for clubs. Very nice indeed. As I said, this is just a basic card set which is themed to the Cthulhu mythos. The other deck is different altogether. We'll get round to those in a bit. Nyarlathotep is the King of Hearts. An Elder Thing is the Queen of Hearts, and the Hound of Tindalos is the Jack of Hearts. And for Hearts, the logo is this. It looks like a mouth with lots of teeth. Again, sharpness of these numbers and symbols astound me. I've never seen cards like this, but as I said, I don't play cards. These 2 were just bought because, as I said, it was Cthulhu. Absolutely beautiful deck. Really pleased I got these. I don't know if I'll ever use them. I may use them in other card games. I know there's a few games that I can play that uses a deck of cards, which isn't, you know, like poker or the traditional card game. There we have the look at the box again. Next, we have the Necronomicon set. Let's open these and see what we have inside. Again, these are more designed around the Necronomicon. So we'll see what these look like when we open them up. Now again, this is the standard that I get for cards. We don't get the cut down part to get the cards out easier. I found that much easier to open than this. I've had to slightly damage the flap here to get these out. But inside we have another set of wrapped cards. I'm trying to look to see if I can find where the end of this is. I couldn't find it, so I made one up. Here we go. Now again, the finish on these doesn't seem quite as frictionless as the previous cards. I don't know if these are made by Bicycle. I can't remember. I don't think they are, but they're not quite as friction free as the Bicycle ones. But let's have a look at them, shall we? They have the same suits and the same associations with the suits. And I see what the difference is now, because these look more like aged paper, and you've got the background there, like a reverse image. Again, these look pin sharp, even though they look aged. If you look closely in there are a few little gaps. Is it a gap? It looks like a gap, but it may just be the way the light is hitting it on a slightly textured card. But it looks aged and worn. These are nice cards. As I said, they feel slightly different to the previous ones we've opened. And again, here we have as the Thoth, as the Jack, we have Dagon as the Queen, and we have Cthulhu himself as the King. And then we go over to the hearts, which again has this particular symbol as it did in the previous one. Looks like a mouth with teeth, but it looks less realistic, for want of a better word. It looks more like an illustration. It looks flat, whereas I can't see it on those. Let me just get them out, and I can show you what I mean. There we are. Side by side, you can see what I'm talking about now. That looks more 3D, it looks more polished, it looks more realistic for a mouth, more than this, which just looks like a sketch. But that's what they're going for with the theming and the styling with this particular deck. It's supposed to be aged, it's supposed to be something that has been primitively drawn. One thing we didn't do, we didn't look at the jokers, and we didn't spend any time on the back. Well, mind you, the back is the same as it is on the box. Same as it is with the other decks, so it doesn't make any difference. So we have, I said, these seem a little less. Oh, I don't know. Comparing the two. Okay, this feels a little more textured. This feels a little shinier. It feels a little. There is a touch more friction. I can feel it with these than I could with the other ones, but I am not complaining about this at all. It's just a nitpick. Well, it's not a nitpick, it's just an observation between comparing the two decks. As you can see, they're very nicely printed. And we'll put that down. And we'll find the Hound of Tinderloss here. We find an Elder Thing. And we find Nyarlathotep. Now here we don't have Kissing Kings. Surprisingly enough. Normally in the middle of the card you would find Kissing Kings, where two decks are A to King and the second two is King to Ace, but no, we don't have them this time. So let's focus on this, and we have this what looks like a twisted tree. I'm trying to find, oops, there we go. So as you can see, this is more of a 3D look to the picture. Not 3D, but you know, a bit more prominent, a bit more realistic. And again, with the Necronomicon set, it's styled so that it's just like a sketch or a primitive drawing, rather than anything that was done by an artist, as it were. But I do like the differences, I must admit. I like this in the background. I like just the artwork completely. They've done a really good job of making these look a bit more primitive and a bit more aged, or a lot more aged. And here we go, on the green background we have Shub-Niggurath there, we have Tsathoggua, and we have Yog-Sothoth. And now to finish off we have the diamonds with this like cloud, swirling cloud effect with the star in the middle. Again, I cannot fault these cards. They have a different design, they have a different feel, they have a completely different look to these than the previous ones we opened, and that was the intention of the Kickstarter. And there we go, that's the first 10 cards. And now let's have a look at Mi-Go, and then the Night Gaunt, and finally Hastur, the King in yellow. But you don't see the yellow because this is supposed to be like a primitive drawing rather than something detailed. I love the black and white. I love the design against the red. Lovely. And same kind of jokers, same style for the jokers, but more black and white. Awesome. Love these cards. Right, so that's it for this video. I hope you've enjoyed it. Hopefully I will be back soon. I've had a few weeks of chaos. I've been really busy over the past few weeks with events and things for Andy's Man Club and other things I've been getting involved with. And you know, the fibromyalgia is still started giving me a kick in again. Probably because I'm doing things a little too much and not giving myself time to rest. But I am eager, desperate to get going with painting again, but unfortunately I just don't seem to have the energy at the moment. But fingers crossed, I will be back painting very, very soon, and hopefully might be able to get some gameplay videos done as well, even if they're just solo ones. I just want to, you know, get back to doing what I enjoy doing, I'm in the mindset for doing it. I just don't have the energy at the moment, which is why I've not put much out. But yeah, I'm getting there. I thought I was there when I did the last couple of unboxings, but unfortunately, everything seems to have got in the way. But yeah, I will be putting a video up, possibly tomorrow or Friday, in regards to stuff that I've been doing, but that will be on my other channel, Uncut Waffle. I will post that up as soon as, because I want to get that video, that channel sort of up and running properly. I think I've only got 2 videos on that, and then I couldn't face doing more. But oh, that's something I didn't notice. Right, okay, sorry, I've just noticed something. This, you've just got a nice flat box, but here, I don't know whether you can see that, but it's slightly embossed. You'll probably see a little bit of reflected light there coming from it. It is, this bit is slightly embossed, as is the scroll here. So everything on this is slightly embossed and a bit shinier than the background, but the light in here is probably very difficult to tell, but I hope you can tell. But yeah, I do like that. Yeah, so sorry. I will be getting back to doing regular videos. Things are calming down a little bit with AMC events, and I'm getting people into the studio with me at Wrightington to from the community to come and talk and about the groups that they are involved with that sort of like provide support and help in the community. Tomorrow morning I'm saying tomorrow morning, by the time you see this it'll be this morning, and possibly by the time you see it you'll have missed it, but I've got one of my Andy's Man Club brothers, Jeff, coming into the studio with me, talking about Andy's Man Club. I'm at an event on Saturday with them. I've got an ECG booked in for Friday morning because I've been getting very severe dizzy spells again, and the doctor wants to check my heart about it, so I'll let you know what's going on then. But yeah, hopefully everything's okay there. It's just part of these dizzy spells are mainly what stopped me, because you know, when you're focusing on trying to keep upright and stopping the room spinning, it's very difficult to paint or concentrate on anything. So it's another thing that I've been what do we call it? It's another thing that I've been trying, that's been stopping me doing anything. But it's calming down a bit now, so hopefully it's going to leave me alone for a bit. But anyway, I'm waffling. Let's get on with finishing this video, and that way I can get it edited. Well, don't need to edit it. That way I can get it put up onto YouTube and you can watch it. And I'm just, again, still waffling. My brain has switched off long ago, but I just wanted to have a look at these, and I didn't want to just open them up without showing you as well. I hope you've enjoyed this video. Until next time, as always, stay safe and take care. God bless, and bye for now.